What's up, man? What's up? We back with another one over here at Prison Stories with V. Raw and uncut, man. What's going on with my good men and my fly ladies out there, man? Back with another one. You already know good story today. Something to rock out with y'all with, man. Talking to one of the good men, bored up the Muslim situation, man. The Muslim and the blood, so I think that's been a war going on worldwide for a long time now. Whatever city it is with Bloods and Muslims, somehow they always seem to bump heads. Shout out to a lot of the good men that also drop on. So let's jump into it. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, man. Jump in the comments. Let me know what y'all feel about the stories. Let me know any specific stories y'all want to talk about. Listen, man, because I'm a war veteran, but you know, I look good. I'm a fly young fella, but I done been through that struggle, you hear me? So let's jump straight into it, man. So one time, man, you had the big E-Man on the block now. If y'all don't know what the E-Man is, that's like the leader of the Muslims, for real. That's like one of the men that got the highest position, the highest knowledge, and he really leading the pack and so forth and so on. So got the E-Man, nice little group of Muslims now. Another thing for y'all that need to know is every genre of Muslims don't get along. They try to, but they don't. Sometimes they bump head. Like you might got the Sunnis and 5%ers. You might got Nation of Islam versus, you know what I mean? It's different little click something for real. So I remember one time the Muslim had came through for real. Some paperwork allegations had came up on them. So the E-Man, word got back to the E-Man. They tell the E-Man about the situation. So the E-Man come down. I'm talking about he had so much power. When the dude got off of work, the E-Man and two of his security guards was already sitting in the cell. They sit him down, get to talking to him for real. And I guess they ain't hear what they wanted to hear. Man, I'm talking about we in the day room. All you see is the dude come running out his cell. He come running out his cell for real. When he come on the tear, blood spurting out his neck. He shoot past the one dude trying to run into, I guess, one of his another Muslim brother's cell. He get in there. That Muslim brother get to beating him in the head with a lock in the sock. So there's nothing to play with. But this situation here was over the phones for real. Every part, I don't know, different places around the world, but in our jail on the block is probably 3 to 4 phones, and different groups and gangs are going to have control over them phones. So in this part, it was probably about 3 phones, and Muslims had a phone, Bloods had a phone, and it was a civilian phone. Civilian phone is, you know, nobody. So the Bloods was trying to make a move on the Muslim phone. So every day, you know, it go like this. When, let's say this a whole cell block right here, right? If it's a Blood in this cell, the first cell, when he get his cell pop, he gonna run down the steps, get to the phone, hold it and say, boom, then he gonna run a line. When they come down, when people start popping they cell, they be like, man, who next on the phone? Dude, it be like such and such next, such and such next. Now it's a long line. Now you at the end of the line, you keep feeling like people jumping, skipping the line. Them phones cause a lot of confusion, man. I done seen a lot of situations jump off over them phones. So boom, the Blood dude every day, they coming down to the Muslim phone. Not only is they getting their phone on lock, they trying to put the Muslim phone on lock. Now for a nice little minute, the Muslims let them rock because the Bloods was making a sneaky move. Like the Blood dude had stayed in the first cell, so every morning him and his celly would come out. His celly was a chump. So the Blood dude made his celly, when they got their cell pop, the Blood would come grab the Blood phone. He'd tell his celly grab that phone and only put Blood people in line. Like he'd have a notepad and he'd take a phone list, or he'd be like, yeah, you next. Now when all the Muslims start coming out, they like, hey brother, what's going on with our phone? They be like, yeah, no, we got y'all, bro. It's just a list. We got a lot going on. So the Muslims, they is peaceful for real. They don't go with the intent of every small problem, they gonna blow it up and turn it into violence. That's not them, a real Muslim structure. But they fall from suckers, they fall from chumps, as we will find out. So boom, the Blood dudes making a move, but what they would do as far as on the Muslim phone, it was probably about 15 of them. So they would have 7 in this line, 7 in this line. But when the 7 go through that's on the Muslim phone, they would give it back to the Muslims. But now at this point, it's probably like an hour left, and it's probably like 20 Muslims that gotta get on the phone. So now the Muslims is starting to complain to the E-Man, like, come on, E-Man, man, like, hey, no, this ain't fair, man. Because a couple of the Muslim dudes off the break, soon as they made the move, they was like, man, listen, we need to transgress now. Because I was cool with one of the little Muslim dudes. He like, V-Man, I'm telling them we need to hit now because it's going to get out of hand. And then by that time, they're going to think they already got control of us, which he was right. When a problem like that occur, man, you got to put it into that immediately. You feel me? It's best not to get involved into the politics, but if the politics come to you, you got to handle it. Ain't no need to let no problem simmer and linger and get to a point where as though it's too big, this a automatic thing now. No, they should have handled it right then and there. But the E-man was well composed. He was an older gentleman. He like, man, it's a phone. We gonna get our phone time. I'm gonna make sure every day all of us get in contact with our family, which he did. But it was only for 15 minutes, man. You only get 15-minute clips. So it's like by the time 20 people use the phone and they trying to get back in line, leave the call, you gotta wait 45 minutes. Like you get a 15-minute call, right? Then when you make that 15-minute call, and obviously you gotta wait 45 minutes before you can make another 15-minute call. So by that time, so much time done passed. It's like, come on, man. No, man, we ain't getting enough time to communicate, man. People trying to talk to their wives, their kids, their girls. There's a lot going on. So the E-man say, all right, bet I'm gonna pull up on the shot call of the blood dude. Now, he pulls down on the shot caller dude. He tell him, look, man, we need to work something out because y'all already got a phone. Y'all know that was our phone. Come on, what's going on? Blood dude tell him, man, I'm gonna see about it. He really carried him on the tip like, man, fuck you. I ain't really, you know what I mean? That was the type time you on the dude named was Hands, had some big ass hands, looked like baseball bats. So he carrying it like, man, fuck. He ain't say fuck the E-man, but he like, man, I'm gonna say about it for real. But he really blow it off. He go back to conducting whatever he conducting. Days and days go on. The dudes that's in the first cell, they doing the same thing every day. They coming down there, putting both phones on isolation, making the Muslim dude wait. So boom, the E-man comes up with a plan. He tell all his soldiers, man, strap, but the day when we go to yard, we gonna set it off. If we ain't getting that phone, ain't nobody using that phone. And that's exactly what they did. I told y'all, it's about 15, 17, probably 20 of them at the max. They strapped something. Now listen, this is what the whole kicker is though, right? The set of Muslims that was on our block was, I believe, Sunnis. Don't correct me if I'm, don't hold me to it, but I believe they were Sunnis. Now, around the jail, you got different groups. Like I told y'all, you might got some nations over there. You might got some 5%ers on that block. You might got some Sunnis, whatever, nations of Islam. You feel what I'm saying? It's different groups. So boom, they sends words out to the different pods telling them, listen, brother, well, this is the situation we got. It may reflect on y'all because when they bust this move on the Bloods, it ain't gonna be just all right, the Bloods and the Muslims just beefing in pod 3. No, it's gonna be Muslims versus the Bloods on every pod. Really, it could escalate out of this jail and go to every compound. It could bubble over and go to every jail in the state. You never know. This is how these things work. I'm telling you. People get to making them calls, they get to sending them kites out. Them dudes that got them long numbers and them lights and they know this is our home. That's the difference between a lifer and a person with a big bit. They don't see no light at the end. So for them, this is their home. So they trying to make their home as comfortable as possible. So if these dudes coming in with 5-year, 10-year bits and they trying to cause all this turmoil, one of these old timers bound to put one of these dudes down for real. You heard me, gonna put one of these niggas up under. So, you know, this is not no playful situation. And then all of us on the side looking like we got to make sure we straight. So now the whole jail on high alert. Everybody strapped up because word done already went around. All right, look, Bloods and the Muslims beefing. So everybody else be on point because if the shit pop off, people, you don't never know who got old harbor feelings for real. You could be sitting back thinking it's just the Bloods and the Muslims, and the dude that you beat in space 2 weeks, he pop out the cut with it. Now he hitting at me. Oh no, you got everybody got to be on point. So now everybody, you can slowly start to see the tension boiling up. Everybody grouping up, clicking up, everybody staying in their pockets. When people travel, they moving in groups. They always got a wingman with them. They always got somebody keeping an eye on them no matter who it is. I don't care if it's the Mexicans, the blacks, the whites, everybody is on high alert. Boom, so one day it go down, everybody get called out to wreck in the big yard. Boom, we go out in the big yard, the Muslims strapped up with joints, some like plays different joints, you feel what I'm saying? Some of them got them hammers on them, some of them got locks in the sock. It's different little weapons out there. So the Muslims' whole plan is they didn't really, for real, they didn't rock the Bloods to sleep because now the Bloods is feeling so confident like, yeah, man, we did that. We took that. And now, like I say, it's slowly starting to spill out to different units. Now you might hear over here, oh boy, the Bloods trying to run stuff over here too. In this part over here, man, the Bloods just told them the other day, man, we running all the gambling tables. You might hear it's different little things going on, all with the Bloods and these Muslims. So now, like I told y'all, the E-man had shot a kite out to all the different units of the Muslim fractions and told them, listen, man, be on alert. Bloods versus Muslim, blase, blase, blah. Everybody moving as one. So they come together as a whole Muslim family now. It ain't no we this type Muslim, no, everybody together now because they facing one different opposition, which is the Bloods. So boom, we come out in the big yard. It goes up. Everybody walking around the track in their pockets. Dudes over here doing whatever they doing. Dudes over here kicking the bobo, talking. Dudes over here making a little transaction. All you see is the Muslims come out, weapons. They get to charging like Spartans straight ahead at the Bloods, because the Blood dudes was in the corner of the track for real. They over there having their little meetings and gather-ups there. They just was smelling themselves so bad. And it ended up being NBA law. NBA law is no Bloods allowed. Like, they wore they invitation out so much, niggas ain't even want them in no jail, so the city had to put them all up in one specific jail out Cumberland. We're gonna get to that too, Tapman, if y'all want that story. So boom, the Muslims coming out like Spartan, they running that bitch like 300. They swinging weapons, they hitting bangers, they charging. The Bloods is on defense for real now. If you know for real. They get to digging in the grass trying to find they gym bras for real. But by the time it's too late, because the Bloods played it so smooth, they had already spun the track twice just to see if the Bloods was on alert. Now, the first time they went, the Bloods was on militant mode. The second time they went, they was getting a little lax still more so in their conversation. The third time they spun, when it was time to blitz, the two fake security guards that was supposed, because they moved like there's two securities in the front, then the rest of the group in the back for real. So these two supposed to be on high alert. They gets caught up into the conversation. Now the Muslims charging at them like 300. They get to rocking out. So now the Bloods trying to grab their joints about the grass. Is too late, man. I'm talking about Muslims get the hawking them. All you see is, man, some dudes get to running. Some dudes right there getting hit up. Dudes hitting from afar with the lock in the side. All you hear is the Bloods. What blood? Now they trying to get themselves. Some of them stood in the pocket, tried to fight, but they was outnumbered because it was all at one time. It was like, boom, it might pop off right here. Then this group of Muslim and Blood in this part, it was so much, you feel what I'm saying? All of it happened at once, so it was so much commotion, and the Blood was in so much of a relaxed position that the Muslims strike hard. And like I said, a lot of people might have thought that the E-Man was going to go for it, like he wasn't going to make a move. And that's where he rocked them to sleep. As soon as he thought they got comfortable, they thought they took the phone, they thought they was ready to make a move. They was disrespecting different Muslim communities in different parts. No, and they struck, man. And then, of course, they get the shooting, yelling out, coming out with the mace, make everybody lay down on the yard. They separate the fraction, they help the Muslims up, they get the Bloods out, they all go to the hole, they end up coming back. But like I said, the jail was so tense and everybody was on such high alert, they end up locking the whole jail down for that shit, man. We was on lock for probably like 2 months, you heard me. Man, that's another one. Thank y'all for riding, man, with Stories with V, man. Listen, that's so crazy. All that happened, and then nobody got to end up using the phone. We was on lock for like 2. It was coming out probably once. Man, it was crucial, man. Listen to me, it was crucial, man. Thank y'all. So make sure y'all jump in the comments, man. Give me that thumbs up and give me some stories that y'all want to hear, some situations y'all might want to know about, man. Thank y'all for riding with V. Let's go.